spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Judicials offense will start this game off. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Judicials will punt it away on fourth down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Alabama's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie, and instead you knock it off the post.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. The give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So now it's second and long. Here comes the option. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to get the edge on the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Bringing the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the option. Now the pitch. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And the Judicials will call on their punt team. A low line drive and short kick. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. The give on the option. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to fire. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Turning on the Jets. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. They'll give it to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UT.
It's a running room. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. On the option. He'll toss it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Judicials have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Give to the big fullback. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Matthews. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Judicials have this offense rolling. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle. It's made. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll go to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block.
The Judicials line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Hold and fired complete.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. He's in open space downfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the 1st half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll send the back in motion. Makes the stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the ground with the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Traditionals will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from 1, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. Works the middle of the field. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The give from the gun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Got the quick pass. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll use the jet sweep to try to convert here. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bama!
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that drive covered just 44 yards. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Gets it out to the 25-yard line. A gain of 3. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Judicials will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Looking for a gap. It's O'Neal. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Judicials trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's York. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Judicials will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Firing to the right, complete. Bulldozes his way through. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the back. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown tie! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Louisville found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Cardinals football today. Those Cards fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This will likely be the last play of the half. On the option. The ball's free. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
And the Judicials will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working that left side now. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The RPO, it's complete.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Running it to the right. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Judicials come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The punt team makes its way onto the field. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll give it to him again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. He's got him. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they turn it into a defensive score.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. They want to run this quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Judicials are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. Out of the gun, the give to the back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Oh, better look out. Got the first down and more. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is his business. He'll set up to throw. Wide out trying to get it in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 10 over ULM. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lining up to convert 3rd down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and to keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
The Judicials will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Power football with the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A 1st down run in the red zone. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it out. It's low. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The option look. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Using his legs, it's made. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. It'll be 3rd and long. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Judicials decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
The Judicials now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Goes to the option. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Tripped up for the tackle. And the Judicials come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Judicials send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Complete to start this drive. Wide open spaces. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. He'll pull it on the read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And here comes the offense on second down. Quick completion to the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Off the RPO, complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's made. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Sends it back in motion. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. And the Judicials are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The pitch to the left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake.
It's a seam wide open. There we go. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Sticks it in his belly. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Judicials with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.